Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the Unit 1 BJT amplifiers in electronic circuits. So analysis of CE, CB, CC configurations. So let us discuss about the input voltage parameters, current parameters, and how they are react with the input and output resistance. Then we have seen the graph and how to draw the hybrid pi model. These are the things we are going to see now. So initially we have three configurations: CE, CB, and CC parameters. CB is nothing but common base, CE common emitter, CC is common collector. So in general, if whatever the letter is to be the base common, that has to be write it in the middle. So B letter, a common base, I write it in the red color in the middle. The same way E and C. So here the input voltage is nothing but VBE, these letters VBE, and the bottom output output voltage will be VCB. And here input current is IE and input voltage in output current is IC. Here the same way we have to write it for the CE configuration: VBE, VCE, and here it is IB, and this one is called it as IC. The same way IB, IE, and the voltage is nothing but VBC and VCE. So see here we have to draw the graph like this is your input voltage VBE, this is your input voltage, and this is your output voltage. And same way current, this is your input current and IC will be your output current. So likewise you have to write for all the four parameters. The next, how to draw the graph in the sense you have to draw the input graph the same way: IE versus VBE by making VBC as constant. Okay, so see the graph. Your graph is drawn versus IE versus VBE. So IE versus VBE by keeping VBC as constant. The same way output graph IC versus VBC. IC versus VBC by keeping IE as constant. By keeping IE as constant term. So see here the same way IC versus VBC by keeping IE terms are constant. Similarly, you have to write it for all the configurations. So input graph IB versus VBE by keeping VCE as constant, and then VCE as constant. Similarly, the output graph is IC versus VCE by keeping IB as constant. In CC configuration, input graph is IB versus VBC by keeping VCE as constant. Then output graph IE versus VCE by keeping IB as constant. So this is the graphical diagram of your CE, CB, CC configuration. And in general, this is the basic difference in terms of output resistance, input resistance, gain, both voltage and current, and amplification factors. Yeah, so there will be very low input resistance in CB configuration and very high output resistance in CB configuration. And in general, always we prefer CE configuration because of it having lower input resistance and high output resistance, and we are getting the high current gain. Hence, can be used for Darlington amplifier. Then amplification factor, we are having three amplification factors: alpha, beta, and gamma. Next, hybrid pi model. In CB configuration, let us take the CB configuration. B will be the base, so bottom. B is the common, so that has to be highlighted in the bottom of that line. So whatever the configuration, that will be the base. Bottom line will be the equivalent diagram. The same way CE means it is E will be the baseline, and CC means C will be the baseline. Then followed by emitter is the input side and collector is the output side. These input members are connected by R pi resistance and output members are connected by R naught resistor. It is a common thing. R pi R naught, R pi R naught. That is, input is connected by R pi, output is connected by R naught. Then there is a dependent current source. Either it may be a voltage controlled current source or current controlled current source. So let us take that there will be the dependent current source represented by a diamond shaped symbol, and it is current flow is from collector to emitter. Always the current flow is from collector to emitter. Clear. And then the name of that independent sources, either it may be GM pi or beta IB. There will be two things because it can be it is a dependent voltage source. So either voltage will control the current source or current will control the current source. If voltage is controlled means it is called GM pi. Current is controlling means it is called beta into IB. Then if it is a PNP transistor, the diagram everything will be the same. Only the current flow in the diagram. In previous NPN transistor, the current flow is from collector to emitter, but now it is from emitter to collector. This is the only one change in the PNP transistor. I hope you understand the configuration of CB, CE and CC configurations. Thank you.